All right, so let's talk politics, shall we? From gun control to red flag laws, Congress is facing several challenges as they prepare to come back from their summer recess. Here now to discuss more about this is KUSI Contributor and AM 760 radio host Mark Larson. Hi, Mark.
We go from Sex and the City story to Congress.
That's right.
It's seamless.
It actually does make sense.
Sometimes
you know what's going on in D.C. Okay,
Yeah,
so let's talk about what is going to go on in D.C. We've had these mass shootings just a few weeks ago. So much talk about gun control.
The red flags, the background checks.
Yes.
Trump's been out it a little bit since then, but everybody goes on vacation
That's
now.
right, and now it's
Still
been a long time. So what's going to happen when they go back?
And then it's election season. It already is, and it gets even more intensified because now they come in before they take breaks for the holidays. You know, on the Senate side, they work. This has been analyzed.
Always.
2.5 days a week. If you just analyze when they're coming, going 2.5 days
We're in the wrong
a week.
business.
Well, you probably don't want them working that long sometimes based on what they do. But if you look at just a few weeks ago with the news cycle, it feels like it was yesterday, but it's been a few weeks since these shootings. We'll see if that's job one when they come back. There's a lot more that's happened since then. Both sides have a lot to risk, especially on the House side, because there's 30 or so that are not like Ocasio-Cortez. They're not that far left. They came in fairly pro-Trump districts, what have you. Nancy Pelosi knows they're a little more moderate. Those aren't slam dunks to win, and everybody's up in the House of Representatives for election. You could witness this by Mike Levin, who's in the 49th or Darrell Iss's old seat. He's already running commercials. I mean, we're more than a year away. They know everybody's fighting for it. Scott Peters, local Democrat. I mean, it's all Democrats except Duncan D. Hunter. Scott Peters has, for the first time, a Democrat opponent in the primary, the way it's shaping up. Duncan D. Hunter goes back to court in January. So Republicans and Democrats, there's not as much of a slam dunk on really on either side, case by case, in many cases, than both parties will want you to believe. So.
And they're still talking about, I mean, the congressman from New York, Nadler, he's still talking impeachment behind the scenes. He's still trying to push for this, but that should be dead in the water, right?
Well, it should be, according to a lot of the other fellow Democrats, because they want to have Green New Deal, all these other things out there, reparations, whatever, all these different things are getting promised, health care, free this, free that. So you have a lot of agenda items, including many people who are running for Senate. Now, Kristen Gillibrand, who's in Hillary Clinton's old seat, opted out of the presidential race today. But there's a lot of people running for something else. It's frankly a lot like San Diego City Council, too. There's people running for other things. So if we sit back and expect, no matter how you observe this, they come back like they're going to get things done and really push. They may get one or two big things, but they're going to be factions. Nancy Pelosi in the House has her hands full with her own party, because you got the people who just say impeach, impeach, impeach. There's an easy way to impeach. If you don't want the guy there, vote him out. There's an election next year. Impeachment takes longer. But you have others who are saying, wait, I need traction for either my congressional race, or if it's somebody who's running for president, they're saying, I need to get out there. I don't want to keep defending some of these other things. So there's not total unity on that side. There's not full unity on the Republican side. You got the Trump Republicans and the other Republicans. So we
have 14 months until the next presidential election. A lot of campaigning going on this summer.
Right.
What are you seeing? A new poll came out this morning and shows Biden, he's not as far behind as we were thinking he was sliding.
Well, and that's, I mean, the old polls, the joke is, if the election were held today, how would you vote? Well, first of all, people would be shocked. The election's not going to be held today. In 2016, a lot of the polls said Hillary was a shoo-in. Obviously, that didn't work. So the thing about Biden is he was pretty much dead in the water, and he's had a lot of gaffes in the last. I mean, he was in New Hampshire the other day and said it's great to be here in Vermont.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had nothing. That's all joke. But the last Democrat debate, they were all over him. Kamala Harris all over him about busing and making it appear that somehow he was about to put on a Klan robe. Hasn't done any good. I mean, that's the thing about these polls.
So
he still is at the top. So. It may be his to lose. That could happen. The debates are coming up the 12th and 13th.
When Gillibrand bowed out today, the president tweeted and said she was actually the one he was afraid of. So
Tulsi Gabbard maybe too, but see, they're all not, and some of them aren't getting their place at the next debate. So.
No. Okay, it's getting tighter.
Never dull.
All right, thank you so much, Mark. It's getting interesting. Always is.